Okay, let's talk about something most of us just toss in the trash without a second thought, the mango peel. It sounds kind of crazy, I know. But what if I told you that this piece of waste is actually one of the most powerful tools we have for something as critical as restoring our gut health? I mean, really think about this for a second. What if one of nature's most potent medicines is literally in your trash? We're always looking for the next expensive supplement or superfood to tackle huge problems like chronic inflammation and gut issues. But what if the answer has been right there in the peel of a fruit we all love? The idea is pretty wild, but the science behind it, well, that's where things get really interesting. Alright, so let's dive right in. We're going to look at the peel's hidden powers and see how we can turn what we thought was waste into a serious tool for wellness. We'll get into the real evidence-based uses, and just look at the range here. It's not just one thing. We're talking about blood sugar regulation, improving metabolic health like cholesterol, even helping with skin inflammation when used in a cream. But the real game changer, and what we're really going to focus on today, is its incredible power when it comes to gut health. The fact that it can do all of this is pretty incredible, right? So how in the world does a simple peel do all that? Well, to get it, we have to look at what the peel does for the mango tree in the first place. It's this beautiful idea called biomimicry. Basically, we're borrowing the plant's own defense system for our benefit. This right here says it all. The strongest defensive chemistry in the entire mango tree is found in the peel, not the fruit. Think about it. The sweet, juicy fruit is there to be eaten, to attract animals so they spread the seeds. But the peel? That's the armor. That's the bodyguard, packed with all the good stuff to protect the fruit. Let's put them side by side. The fruit itself, it's basically sugar and water, quick energy, it's an invitation. The peel, though, is the total opposite. It's all about defense. It's loaded with this complex chemistry, polyphenols, fiber, designed to fight off everything the environment throws at it. We're talking UV radiation, fungi, bad microbes, the works. So when we use the peel, we're literally hiring that same defense team for our own body. Okay, so how does this plant armor actually help us? Well, it just so happens that it's perfectly designed to fix a huge problem in human health, the breakdown of our gut barrier. And this barrier is, without a doubt, one of the most important gatekeepers in our entire body. So what is the intestinal barrier? Imagine a super secure bouncer at the door of the most exclusive club in the world. That's your gut lining. It's just a single layer of cells, but it has this massive job. Let the good guys in, all the nutrients, and keep the bad guys out. We're talking toxins, undigested food particles, nasty bacteria, all the stuff you do not want in your bloodstream. When that bouncer falls asleep on the job, the whole party is over. And this is a really important point a lot of people miss. We spend so much time and energy trying to figure out our trigger foods, but often the food isn't the real villain. The problem is the wall itself has failed. When the barrier is weak, almost anything can become a trigger. So the goal isn't just playing whack-a-mole with different foods, it's about rebuilding the wall, reinforcing the structure. So what does this failure look like? It's a chain reaction. First, the seals between your gut cells, think of them like strips of Velcro holding everything together, they start to come undone. Then, because there are GATs, toxins from bacteria in your gut, these things called endotoxins start to leak right through into your bloodstream. And that's when all hell breaks loose. Your immune system sees these invaders, hits the panic button, and triggers a massive system-wide inflammatory response. Now, the command center for all that inflammation is a molecule called NF-kappaB. The easiest way to think of it is as the master switch for inflammation in your body. Normally, it's a good thing. It turns on when you have an infection, does its job, and then turns right back off. But when your gut barrier is broken, that switch gets jammed in the on position. And that's the source of so much chronic inflammation and disease. This is where the mango peel comes back in as the hero of our story. So how does it fix this mess? It has this incredible two-part solution. It's like having a firefighter to put out the immediate flames and a construction crew to rebuild the damaged wall. It's this dual-layer defense that makes it so uniquely powerful. So what are these two layers? Well, first you get a chemical shield, and second you get a biological toolkit. One part provides immediate protection, and the other part provides the tools for long-term repair. Let's break down exactly what that means. Okay, layer 1, the chemical shield.
The peel is absolutely packed with these amazing compounds called polyphenols. You may have heard of some of them, like Mangiferin, quercetin, and catechins. Now, here's the cool part. These molecules are too big to get absorbed into your bloodstream. So instead, they stay right there in your gut and act like a protective coating on the gut wall. They work locally, right at the scene of the crime, to calm things down and help flip that NF-kappaB master switch back to the off position. Then you have layer 2, the biological toolkit. This is where the magic really happens for long-term repair. The peel contains this matrix of fiber and pectin that we can't digest, but you know who can? Our good gut microbes. For them, this stuff is like the best meal they've ever had. They chow down on this fiber and in return produce something amazing for us: short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs. The most important one is called butyrate, and it's literally the preferred fuel for your colon cells. It gives them the energy they need to rebuild, repair, and tighten that Velcro back up. Okay, so the science is fascinating, right? But what does this mean for you practically? Let's get into the user guide, how to actually use this stuff safely and effectively. First things first, preparation is absolutely key. There are 3 steps and none of them are optional. Step 1, you have to use organic mangoes. The peel is where all the pesticides and agricultural chemicals end up, so this is non-negotiable. Step 2, soak the peels in a mix of water and baking soda for about 15 minutes. This helps pull off any residues. And finally, step 3, rinse them really well with clean water. Now, for actually using it, my advice is always to start small, just a little bit to see how your body tolerates it. You can dry the peels and grind them into a powder for smoothies, or even make a paste from the fresh peel. But, and please listen carefully to this part, this is incredibly important. Mango peel contains compounds related to urushiol, which is the stuff in poison ivy that causes that awful rash. So if you know you are sensitive to poison ivy, or if you've ever gotten a rash from touching a mango, you need to stay away from the peel entirely. Do not use it. It really makes you think, doesn't it? If this much healing power is hiding in something we just throw away every single day, it begs the question, what other natural treasures are we tossing out just because we've been told they're waste?